Hey, what's up guys? This is Brad with Despite Fitness, and today is Tuesday, March 23rd. I'm in the garage at the moment, and I'm trying to get myself ready to go to the gym. It's been about 3 weeks since I've had any measure of consistency going to the gym. There's a number of things come up, both just life, some personal stuff, but then also Army kind of got in the way, and then and now I'm just in a position where I'm trying to get myself back on track, get some momentum. And then yesterday would have represented the first day for me to get back in, but I kind of got overcome by events for work, and some other stuff came up. So yesterday did not end up being the kind of day that I wanted. And so I know many of you know how this goes, right? Like many of you have experienced this, both on that macro and kind of micro level, meaning you've had it a day or two at a time, or a week or three at a time, or a year or two at a time. So I know this isn't unfamiliar territory for many of you. So this video, I'm going to go in and try to get back kind of going again, get myself kick-started. But then I'm also going to touch on a couple different aspects, I think, too. I might want to talk a little bit about warm-up and what I plan to do today. My man Flesh Feast on YouTube was asking me some questions about warm-up, so I might touch on that a little bit as I warm up, and then get into some squatting. I intend on doing, I think, some chain squats for maybe like a heavy triple. I think that sounds right. So that's what I'm kicking around in my mind at the moment. I got to finish packing up, and then I'm gonna go, I think, get some energy by way of either a Monster or a pre-serving or pre-packaged single serving pre-workout. Can't think. And then go and get after it. I'm planning on heading down to the Operation Iron today because they have a squat bar and they have chains. So that's kind of the game plan. So I just want to lay it out on the front side so you guys kind of know what to expect. Yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If I answer some of your questions or some of this stuff helps, give it a thumbs up. And if you know anyone else that this type of content might inform or inspire, or somebody that just may enjoy it, share it with them, because I want to try to grow the channel. I want to get to 10K this year, and I need your help. So, all right, without any further ado, let's go ahead and start maneuvering and get after it. Here we go. All right. So made it down to Operation Iron. I'm inside already, kind of getting set up, and so just gonna go to Flesh Feast's question from YouTube. He asked on YouTube about warm-up stuff, and so I talked that I would do a little bit of a video and talk a little bit more in detail about the warm-up. It's pretty loud in there, so I'm not gonna be able to talk much once we go in, because music and copyright and all that other stuff. But what I'm gonna do is essentially a winning warm-up. I'm gonna do 4 rounds of 4 exercises, 25 reps each. And what I think I'm gonna do is a leg press. I think I'm gonna do a hamstring curl. I think I'm gonna do a leg extension, and then I'm gonna throw a back variation in there of some sort. Hopefully something that's not gonna be in the way of the other folks that are in there. But that way I can just circuit through it real fast. With this, obviously, I'm only, I'm doing 25 reps, so the weight's not that high. But you can definitely wear yourself out the faster you go. This is kind of an answer to the question for conjugate style training about not having enough volume. So this is quite a lot of volume right in the front, get me warmed up, and then move into the squats. I've got the chain set up already too. I haven't measured how much chain weight there is just yet, but I'll catch that before the end there. So yes, that's the warm-up. I haven't been doing this very long, so I can't speak to what I think of it just yet. It's just something that I've kind of adapted since training with Matt Wenning when I went up to Ohio, and I'm just giving it a whirl and see what I think. And then, like I said, my training hasn't been super consistent lately, so I can't really speak to what I think of it or how well it works just yet. I'd have to kind of give it more of an opportunity to see how it feels and see how I progress and all that stuff. So stay tuned, but essentially that's what I'm doing right now. So if you're at a point in your training where you feel like things maybe are a little bit stale, might be time to try to change things up a little bit, do something a little bit different than what you've been doing. maybe get better or different results. So enough talk, go and get after it and get started. So here we go.
Big, I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live. I gotta do it big. I gotta do it big. I gotta do it big. Gotta do it big, that's the only way to live. Gotta do it big. I gotta do it big. I gotta do it big. Gotta do it big. That's the only way to live. Come on. Yeah, come on.
All right. Back in the garage, back home now. Went to Operation Iron, got the training session in, and pretty happy about just getting something done, right? So yeah, I would like to be able to do more talking and things like that while I'm there, but they're pretty good about playing music, so it's just too loud to be able to have much conversation without having copyright infringement and stuff like that while we're there at the gym. So I'll do my intros and outros here at the house or in the truck or whatever. But got in, got some squatting done, did some chain work, played it kind of safe. I've had some patellar tendon tightness. I don't know if you guys recollect me kind of mentioning that before, but with that right leg, it's been kind of bugging me a little bit, so I wanted to play more safe than not. So I went up to 525 in straight bar weight and had about 84 pounds of chain that I was utilizing for that top set. So a little north of 600 for 3 rep at the top there. And that winning warm-up was pretty good. So 4 rounds of those 4 movements: leg press, leg curl, leg extension, and then did a row. As a quick aside, I realized that I didn't say this explicitly earlier. In terms of the warm-up and exercise selection, I pick movements that are going to be beneficial to the main movement, and I try to pick things that I feel like I need more development on. So, just generally throwing a lot of back stuff is going to be a good idea. Trying to do things that are going to help warm up the legs is going to be a good idea. So, in terms of warm up, doing the winning warm up, I'm trying to select movements that are going to be beneficial for, well, really the main movements. So that's essentially like how I'm doing the exercise selection. And then I'm just kind of rotating things around based on, what I feel like I want to do or what I'm in the mood for or whatever. So, I could potentially be a little bit more tedious, methodical about my selection. But I think generally, the end state is met. I'm getting some movement in, I'm performing some supporting movement, I'm getting some general physical preparedness in, and certainly trying to move as quick as I can, get the heart rate up, and kind of work that fitness piece with that higher rep, moving a little bit faster. So just thought I should throw that in now that I'm getting ready to make the video, because I didn't really say so explicitly earlier. So that's kind of why I do what I do and how I go about selecting what I do. So you guys can make your own determinations and kind of do what you want, but that's why I'm doing what I do. All right, cool. Here we go. Seated row. And so 4 rounds of that felt pretty good. So able to get a good sweat leading into the workout. So really no complaints. So like I said, it's still too early to say overall what I think of it. I'm just going to try this kind of modality of training for a little while and just see what I think. But so far so good. And especially, like I said, too, getting some momentum going back after having not trained for 3 weeks is something to be said for that too. So Anyway, that's it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave in the chat box below. I'll be sure to respond. I appreciate you guys continuing to support me and the channel with everything that you do. I appreciate it a lot, and it means the world to me. So want to get to 10K on subs this year, and I could use every bit of help I can get. So if you happen to know somebody else who might like the channel, please share it with them. Remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, like, get back in and create a little bit of training for your, a little bit of momentum for your training, rather, after a little bit of a break. It's never going to happen if you don't get in and train despite. You're either going to find an excuse or you're going to find a way, and I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thanks for checking this one out, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Big, I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, job that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to before you count me